Would you want to be like Sung Jinwoo? Think carefully before you answer. See, at first glance, Sung Jinwoo seems like the ultimate power fantasy. He's strong, fearless, and unstoppable. In short, he's kind of a badass. But the more I watch Solo Leveling, the more I realize something. I don't actually like Sung Jinwoo. And I had to ask myself why. It's not that he's weak, far from it. But compared to other shonen protagonists I admire, Asta, Luffy, Naruto, Simone, he's missing something. Heart. Most shonen heroes don't just grow stronger physically, they grow as people. Their power-ups are tied to their values, their love for their friends, their refusal to give up, their desire to protect something greater than themselves. But Jinwoo, it feels different. At first, he does have a noble goal, earning money for his sick mom. But once he gains power, that reason seems to fade. He barely talks about it, and he never reflects on why he started. Most shonen protagonists find strength by remembering who they're fighting for. Jinwoo, he gains strength by chasing numbers. And it's not just his strength that's changing, it's him. Take when he kills A-rank Hunter Kim during the Red Gate raid and adds him to his shadow army. A hero typically doesn't take human lives lightly, even if those lives belong to assholes. But Jinwoo does it without hesitation. Worse, he enslaves the guy's poor soul. That's not just ruthless, that's borderline villainous. Later, after defeating one of his strongest enemies yet, instead of celebrating survival, both for himself and for his comrades, he's angry. He's angry that he didn't get more out of it. Instead of appreciating the victory, he's obsessed with what he didn't gain. And that hit close to home for me. Because I've done the same thing. Maybe you have too. I started making videos as a creative challenge. At first, I wasn't concerned about views or metrics. I just wanted to express myself. If someone saw or liked the video, great. If not, it's really no big deal. But then, some of my shorts started gaining traction. Suddenly, the numbers mattered. I started checking analytics, looking for ways to optimize, watching growth-focused YouTube advice, even when it didn't align with my values. And the scary part? I started considering things that didn't really sit right with me, just because they might boost my stats. What part of myself am I willing to sacrifice in the pursuit of these numbers? In Solo Leveling, Jinwoo believes he's the one using the system. But in reality, the system is using him. He follows its quests, levels up the way it dictates, and even when he thinks he's making his own choices, he's really just following the path laid out for him. And honestly, that realization hit me hard. Because when I started focusing on analytics, views, and growth strategies, I had to ask myself, am I using the system, or is the system using me? Am I still making videos for myself, or am I just another cog in YouTube's machine, optimizing for success in a game I didn't even design? Jinwoo's journey made me realize, I don't want to be blindly following a system that might not align with my values. I want to create on my own terms. It's so easy to get lost in the grind, whether it's money, fitness, or success. We level up and suddenly what used to be enough, well, now it just isn't. We push harder, achieve more, but in the process, we can lose touch with why we started. Jinwoo used to be warm, humble, close to his family. But as he leveled up, he became colder, more distant. And isn't that what happens to so many of us when we become obsessed with progress? There's nothing wrong with wanting to grow, just like there's nothing wrong with Jinwoo wanting to get stronger. But if the numbers we chase start eclipsing our values, If we lose sight of what truly matters, then we need to step back and ask ourselves, was this really the goal? For me, I want to focus less on grinding for numbers and more on creating the kind of videos that resonate with me. If they connect with others, that's a bonus. So what about you? Have you ever caught yourself chasing numbers or growth for its own sake? How do you stay true to why you started? If you have any ideas, throw them in the comments. But thanks for listening, and I hope you come back next time. Peace.